Hello, and we are joined again with another funky little funker from my server. Is a derpy. I am gonna sit down actually. Make myself comfortable. Because I can do that. It is. Oh, camera, get back here. Perfect transition between that and. Oh. Nope, I want to fly. I want the camera to move a little bit more to focus on. Nope, down. Okay, now let's sit. How am I sitting IRL? Like that. There we go. Move this a little closer. Oh, that all happened. Today was pretty boring. Not really anything super exciting happening. But, let's see. Gonna be looking at getting a new desk hopefully soon. Once I get my income up and started, and I've been getting some leads on that. Gotta check Indeed for some listings and see what's all around on there. Hopefully I can work somewhere that's fairly close to home. But, yeah, I've just been, for the most part, I've just been playing a lot of Elite Dangerous. Space Trucker Simulator, also known as. Hopefully soon I'll be doing some, I'm thinking I might, now that the computer seems to have a lot of the bugs worked out, I might do another Helldivers or maybe the finals stream. I could do that since that game is kind of popping off right now a little bit. Yeah, I want to do Elite more, but I gotta have people to do it with to make it more fun. Let's see. Kind of just like to see where things go. Taking things as they come at you. Little lesson I learned in my time on this planet was if you make every big task have to be done all at once, then it will never really get done. Because if you do focus on so many of the far off details, you don't come to focus on the singular pointed ones, the ones that are easily within reach, the first steps. It's like climbing a mountain. You don't climb a mountain thinking how you're going to survive at the summit. I mean, obviously you prepare and you consider bringing what you might need, but the first steps to even climbing the mountain, well, you'll never get to the top of the mountain unless you get on the mountain itself. You can do all the planning and all the buying of equipment, and you can do everything to get ready. But if you never actually drive to the mountain and park at the site and prepare yourself and begin the climb upward, you'll never actually reach the summit. And then what was the point? What was the point, dear viewers, of all that prep work if you never even took the first step because you were too overwhelmed by what was the end? If you're so focused on the end point, you're going to miss what's happening right in front of you. What's happening right in front of you. Little bundles of joy like this. If I was so focused, if I stayed so focused on where my channel's going, getting to the top, and I obsessed over it, which I kind of have been, and I need to step back, but missing out on what's happening right here with this little sweet bean. He's very precious. Brings me a lot of joy. And I love having people like this little bright souls of all that warmth in my life. Keeps me grounded. That's another important thing. That's the whole point of all of this. What is the whole point of all of this if you don't take time to appreciate the small stuff? The stuff that's happening right in front of you. I always, ironically... hang on. I unironically always, think back to Tron. Of all things. Tron Legacy specifically. It's a very touching moment when they're on the solar sailor and they are, the solar train. And they're heading towards the beacon. And Sam is talking about what Clue is. Not Sam, Sam is the kid. What's the dad's name? Damn it. Kevin, you don't have to remember it. It's Kevin Flynn! No, deadass, Kevin Flynn. Kevin Flynn's the dad.
Shit!
You literally reminded me as I said your name. No, but Kevin's talking about what Clue is and how, like, he had messed up chasing after perfection because Clue was a mirror image of his father in that snapshot moment, in that moment of ambition and obsession with his goals. He made a perfect mental snapshot of who he was and told him, we need to build the perfect system. We need to change perfection. And a line that gets to me is when Kevin had realized I'd been chasing after perfection, chasing after what was all in front of me. And of course, Sam's still in wonder at the whole grid, but then Kevin drops this line. I'd trade it all away just to have one more day with you. Because as he's saying right in front of me, he's looking at his son. He's looking at his kid. It had taken him a couple of years of being stuck in the grid, but he had come to the realization that, you know, you can have an empire. You can have your perfection. You can have all of these things that you build up. But if you lose sight of what's really important, what's the point? If you lose sight of what really matters, what you're built from, the people you come from, the people who you started with, your roots. If you forget that, what's the point of anything? And that's what I gotta remind myself of every day, is that I keep getting my head stuck in the clouds. I keep thinking I've gotta get up there, I've gotta get up to the top of the summit, but I'm almost forgetting what's still waiting for me at the base of the mountain when I come back down. I gotta stop doing that.
You cannot build a house without a foundation.
Exactly, well said.
You cannot start engineering without a plan. You cannot make relationships by not trying to reach out.
Getting to know the person and knowing them. Not what you want out of the relationship, but who they are in it. Exactly. That's I think a lesson that a lot of us can take from, especially on that last one. You see that happen a lot, unfortunately, where people forget what's important in a relationship, which is not your goals at the end of the day. I mean, obviously you have a point that you want to get to, but again, if you forget who each of you are and what brought you together, then doesn't that make you lose sight of what's really important? And all of a sudden your relationship doesn't really matter. If you don't care about what brought you together, then what do you have to build on? Nothing. There's nothing there. There's just the ambitions, but with nothing to bounce back on, with no grounding, with no foundation, it crumbles. The house falls. The engineering marvel fails without its plan. The house falls without its foundation, and the relationship breaks off without knowing who you each are in it. and a massive YouTube channel that's built up loses its soul and loses what it really is, who it was based off of, if that person loses sight of who they are in the pursuit of perfection. You know, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I astound myself at the kind of things that I say. I say these things and they come from a very deep place, but even still, I am amazed that I'm able to put these words together and have them mean something.
I stutter too much.
You and me both, but I've been having to... I don't stutter, I lock up on words, that's the problem. You've noticed, like, where I've switched sentences sometimes, that's what's happening. I'm losing my original sentence and what I was saying, and having to make it up on the fly, which I'm not very good at. Although I've been told I'm getting better at improv.
I'm the master at improv.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up for today. I just wanted to check in with you guys and also have a little moment of philosophy. Miku Fujikawa, signing off, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Wow.